Hello, good evening and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. It's Sunday evening and we are being treated with a brand new spanking season of the HPEC. I'll just get my phone out so I can read you the rules, updated rules. I think there's one or two. I'll just drop my lighter on the floor. Sorry. So here I am. Here we are, the Virtual Racers Club. I've been struggling to do the commentaries lately because my voice has been so rough. It seems okay at the minute, we'll see. Give me half hour and I'll be croaking. Let me enter Discord and get you to the HPEC rules and regulations. So let's go through it. Before the race starts, we've got Racer Brown out there, absolutely amazing, everybody. He's out there very fast, 39.055. The next guy on the track is a 42.664. So we'll have a look at the cars in a minute. Let's go through the rules. What is HPEC? HPEC stands for Hybrid Prototype Endurance Championship. And this is a modern Group 1 league focusing on the cutting edge post-2012 Group 1 cars and long tactical races. HPEC is one of the most demanding leagues going in VRC, where every 10th counts on every lap. Drivers will need to be masters of their machines, requiring in-depth knowledge of their car, the circuit and hybrid technology to make the most on race day. As well as being master strategists, they will also need to be both mentally and physically robust in order to go the distance in HPEC. The championship. HPEC Championship spans 10 weeks and 10 different circuits. The grid for each round will be reverse championship positions, full table only. Round 1 will be set by drivers race number, sorry. Cars, only post-2012 Group 1 cars are permitted to enter HPEC. Audi R18 16, Nissan GT-R LM Nismo 15, Porsche 919 Hybrid 16, Toyota TSO 30 12, and the Toyota TSO 50 16. And the race will start at 8 o'clock, so we've got a good 6 minutes to go. Championship points are awarded for final finishing positions in each round as follows. And there will be 2 rounds dropped, their lowest scores dropped. So people, you know, if they don't make it every week, you get 2 points for a fastest lap, you get 20 points for the win, and that ranges all the way down, dropping in, alright, 20 for the win, 18 for second, 16 for third, 14 for fourth, 12 for fifth, 11 for sixth, 10 points for 7th, 9 points for 8th, 8 points for 9th, 7 points for 10th, 6 points for 11th, 5 points for 12th, 4 points for 13th, 3 points for 14th, 2 points for 15th, and 1 point for 16th. And that is the only time I'm reading them out. I'm not doing that every round. So, tuning's off, fuel is on ×2, tyre wear is on ×3. Tyres are racing soft, racing medium, or racing hard, but the racing softs can only be used for 1 stint. The slipstream is real, and everything else is just pretty much a Virtual Racers Club standard on the in-game settings. Awesome stuff then. Got a few signed up. I'm just looking to see what the grid order will be. I can tell you that because they've got them all written down in their numerical order. So, car number 8, Pop Motorsport, Porsche. Car number 13, Liam Anfield, Audi. But I think Liam may be unable to make it through work commitments. Third on the grid is car 16, Matt Psycho, our reigning champion. Car 19, Cymex in the Porsche. Car 49, RS Binko in the Porsche. Car number 51 is Daz in the Porsche. Although I think he's racing in something else. I might be wrong. Car 52 is Rido in the Audi. Car 54 is IR Graham in the Audi. Jim is car 66 in the Audi. Car 80 is Jokus, also in the Audi. Also, I think he might struggle to... Is he already here? No, I think he might struggle to get here because I think the other group were quite delayed getting their Porsche race off. So Rivixter in the Toyota TS050, car 84, 86 for Racer Brown, Toyota TS030, and car 99 for Skyjacker in the Toyota TS050. And we are at Lago Maggiore GP for round 1. Should have told you that right at the very beginning, shouldn't I? In the chat we have Skyjacker just saying thank you for streaming. Daz saying good evening. Pat also saying hi, nice to see these cars back again. Homesick Alien saying good luck everyone, looking forward to this. Sorry, sitting there watching someone in the pits. Racer Brown says hello everyone, and Thingamajig. Hey, I get a special mention. You lot all get put in the everyone bracket, but me, special. So there we see Jim in a BWT Audi, looking very powerful. 142.412 is his lap time so far. And now if you look down to the dashboard, you can see just in their fuel tank, you can see the hybrid, the push, the little green bar. And when it's the red arrow down, that means they're deploying it. And when there's a little green arrow up, that means they're harvesting it. At the moment, as you can see, Jim has no boost. He's slowly building it now. So that's all part of this. These drivers have got to work out their best way to charge the battery to get maximum boost around. And Binko, he's out there. He's in a Porsche. I must say, Pat did tell me a way of telling them apart last season, but I've forgotten now. But we'll work it out. That's an Audi, innit? Yeah. And the Porsche's got the big lights. I haven't seen Toyota. That is redoing a Toyota. No, he's in an Audi also. That's a very nice design from Arido. Matt Psycho, reigning champion out there in his Children's Trust livery, looking great. He's in a Porsche. Al Graham, I don't think he took part last season in the Zingray Audi. There's a lot of Audis out there, isn't there? It's interesting. Let's have a quick look then. Skyjacker is in a Toyota. Rivixter also is in a Toyota. Racer Brown is in a Toyota. And Cymex is in the Porsche. So we've got a nice blend of cars. BWT, a battle maybe. Jim and Rivixter. Oh, has Rivixter got one as well? Oh, Rivixter's the one I've seen. Where's Jimbo's? Oh no. He must have just gone in the pits as I pressed it. Cheeky. Where are you, Jim? Totally lost Jim. There. Oh no, I had him. There, 6. Oh yeah, 2 BWTs. Have they spread it across 2 cars as well? An Audi for Jim. Skyjacker asking everyone if they're ready. Joker's just getting in under the line. Look at that. It couldn't have been any closer for Joker's. Congratulations. Mama Sykes is in the chat. Evening, everyone. Hi, Thingy. Hi. I'll be doing a lot of drinking this evening. Not alcoholic, but just refreshing that voice, that throat. So everyone's whying it up at the moment. I suppose I should get myself involved to make sure they know that I am also ready. We've got an hour and a half of racing. It was 60 minutes of racing last season, but we've bumped it up to an hour and a half because we loved it so much that we wanted more. It was over too soon after an hour of racing. The race had only just got started, so we've bumped it up. Dave bumped it up to an hour and a half. Pat in the chat saying good luck, telling those BWT cars apart. Rivixter is using one I've designed, so there you go. Pat with us in spirit with one of his cars, and there you see the grid is being set up. And we are in for 1 hour and 30 minutes of pure adrenaline racing here in these Group 1 cars. Pop Smart on pole, having the lowest number in the group. And we'll see how they go. It's a rolling start. Oh gosh. Where are my bits? There's my bits, sorry. There you go. See the timer set for a 1 hour 30 minutes. Pop Smart is taking his Porsche to the line, and then it's go, go, go. The reigning champion just behind Pop Smart. Pop Motorsport, sorry. Why am I keep saying Pop Smart? Excuse me. And he's gone wide early doors. He's gone wide early doors. Matt Psycho's made it through. So has Cymex. Cymex is up into second place. Pop's Moto Sport down into third with Binko in fourth. Then you've got Jim ahead of Rido and Joker's there. Is that an Aston Martin design? It looks nice. He's out wide. He's out wide. He didn't get to do a lot of testing. He's come back on the track though, ahead of Joker's. There's Racer Brown. Racer Brown absolutely flying in 6th. He started from the back. Joker's there in the Aston Martin liveried Audi. Skyjacker in 9th, starting from the back of the grid with his car 99. He's going to make a move on Joker's. He's looking and he's got it. He's done. Stuck. Happy days in his Toyota. Joker's down into 9th place though, but he did get in the skin of his teeth. Didn't get to have a run with these guys, so he's rusty. IR Graham there in 10th place, playing the long game. He's on the medium tyres. I haven't looked at the tyres. We will check them out. And there is Rivixter in his BWT. He's got full charge, so he is going to be flying. So far, we've seen medium tyres down the bottom of the field. Matt Psycho, he's also gone for those medium tyres, leading the way from Binko. Binko's gone for soft tyres in the first stint. He won't be allowed to use soft tyres again for the rest of this race. Cymex there in 3rd place. He's on the medium tyres. They've got a nice space back to Jim, 3.7 seconds. But remember, it's not a sprint, it's an endurance, so there's a long way to go. These guys could be fuel saving their tyres. They could be doing all sorts. Oh, it looked like Jim had to really get on the brakes there and caught Pop Motorsport out and giving Racer Brown and Redo an opportunity to get ahead. Skyjacker in 8th place. He's 1.4 seconds behind the American, and he's 7/10 ahead of IR Graham. IR Graham will be on a push now. He's used all his boost, so he'll be wanting to harvest some boost. Rivixter is now ahead of Joker's. Joker's maybe using this round just to find his feet. He's just jumped out of a Porsche Group 3 straight into a Group 1 Audi. That has got to freak you out. But leading the way, the reigning champion, car 16, the Porsche, but he's got Binko giving him some jip, it must be said. Sat on board with Binko at the moment as he hunts down the HPEC champion. He's getting purples, so he's up for a fight in his relentless liveried Porsche. Oh, it's Porsche v Porsche then up at the front, and he's really on the tail of Matt Psycho right now, but Matt Psycho managing to fend him off for the lead of this race. Cymex 1.7 seconds behind them. We'll go back to Binko and Matt Psycho as they go down into the first corner. Heavy braking, slowing these cars right down, but they've both made it through absolutely clean as a whistle. Beautiful stuff, guys. Great racing. And there is Cymex, a fantastic podium position at the moment in his Porsche. We've got Porsche 1, 2 and 3, but can they go the distance? There's Jim in 4th place, just ahead of Racer Brown. Rido has dropped off from Racer Brown at the moment, and Skyjacker has moved himself up into 7th. Pop Motorsport, sorry, is fighting with IR Graham for all he is worth at the moment. He's just edged it ahead. He's around the outside. IR Graham's got a better line, but IR Graham, he backs out of it and remembers it's a very long race to start risking things on lap 3. So IR Graham in 9th spot with Rivixter in 10th in his BWT Toyota. And 11th, Jokus. Ooh, Jokus looks like he's had a bit of an issue there. He's getting back on it again. And away he goes. So, Matt Psycho. He's only 2/10 ahead of Binko. Binko really not giving him a second breather. Binko really pressuring him early doors. The two Porsches fighting it out. They've pulled another second out on Cymex at the moment. Binko's got the fastest lap. And this is fantastic to see. We've seen Binko taking part in the Sunday Cups and when he can at the weekends, he looks very fast. And I did say I'd like to see what he was do up against the likes of Matt Psycho and IR Graham, and he's there. He's on pace. He's on pace. This is going to be a really interesting championship, guys. If this is, as you can see, Matt Psycho and Binko virtually the same pace as each other. Binko a little bit quicker. Someone else has got the fastest lap since, though. A 42 from Cymex, and Racer Brown is catching him up, who has got the fastest lap. So there you see, Racer Brown has gone under the 140s. And Jim managing a 43. He's got 2.5 seconds on Skyjacker. Skyjacker is now up into 6th with IR Graham in 7th. Pop Motorsport in 8th. With Rido down in 9th, Rivixter in 10th, only a second or two behind Rido, and some 18 seconds ahead of Jokas. Oh, Jokas has gone. I was trying to click 11 to have a look at Jokas, but he's gone. Oh, that's a shame. So here we go, this is the battle for the lead, still fighting it out hard here is Matt Psycho and Binko. And it's crazy racing going on between the two Porsche drivers. They're nearly 3.6 seconds. Oh, Racer Brown's done Cymex. Sorry, guys, I'm missing some good moves here. He's already done it. I apologise. So Racer Brown getting himself up ahead of Cymex. Doing those 39s, he's bound to be. What's he going to do this time around? A 39.3, even faster. He'll be catching up Matt Psycho and Binko, which will be slowing each other down through their racing. Binko there with a full charge virtually, as has Matt Psycho. So nothing between these two out there. And it looks absolutely fantastic stuff. On board again with Binko as he looks to see an open door, but thinks better of going through it. And he's lost a little bit of space there to Matt Psycho, which gives Racer Brown more opportunity to draw himself closer to the two leaders. Cymex is doing an absolute cracking job in 4th, no one around him. Now, who's on the soft tyres? There was someone on soft, Binko. So Binko, obviously, we think will stop before Matt Psycho. And they've used about the same amount of fuel, just coming up to 3/4 of a tank left. Racer Brown doing great with his fuel tank. He's also on those soft tyres, getting the softs out of the way early doors, where these guys are saving their soft tyres maybe for the later run, when the cars are a bit lighter. And they can get quite speedy by the end. Jim in 5th place, 5 seconds adrift from Cymex, only 1.6 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. His last lap was a 41.679. Skyjacker's was a 41.860. Nothing in it between the two of them, but IR Graham really pushing Skyjacker all the way. As we come around to start lap 6 in this hour-and-a-half race, and you can see there Jim falling back into the clutches of IR Graham and Skyjacker, 6th and 7th respectively. And there goes IR Graham. He's made the move up alongside Skyjacker, and now IR Graham is in 6th place. Big job to do though from 6th place there, and he's still got Skyjacker absolutely dogging him on his tail. Whoa, it looked like he came across IR Graham quite quickly there and had to do some avoiding action. Great driving, great reflexes. It's that PS5 he's got now. It works quicker. So leading Matt Psycho by 6/10. He's on the medium tyres, 3/4 of a tank. And oh my lords, Racer Brown has caught up Binko, and he's virtually got past, but not quite. The Porsche still staying slightly ahead. Let's get on board in the Toyota. You can hardly see anything, I know. But Racer Brown doing all he can to get himself into this race. He's done an absolutely cracking job so far. Simex in 4th, Jim still in 5th, with IR Graham in 6th, Skyjacker down in 7th, and here comes the move. Racer Brown under brakes, can't quite do it into the first corner. It's a very tight corner to try and make a move in these big machines. But Matt Psycho is loving this. This gives him an opportunity to pull away whilst Binko and Racer Brown squabble over 2nd and 3rd. Simex in a solid 4th place with Jim. 4 seconds adrift from him, but only a second ahead of IR Graham. IR Graham pulling out a 2nd on Skyjacker at the moment. And Skyjacker may be doing a little bit of fuel save. We don't know. Pop Motorsport in 8th place. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of Rivixter, 10 seconds behind Skyjacker. And Rivixter there, doing some cracking laps. Trying to get on at the same level as the American in front of him, and Rido. He's only a second behind Rivixter, so it's quite a tough battle for the bottom 3. Pop Motorsport and Rivixter all covered just by a couple of seconds. In the lead then, Matt Psycho, Binko and Racer Brown hard at it. Wow, we've got a long way to go to try and call a leader out of this. Talleyrand in the chat, the boss, saying hi guys. Hi dude. But Racer Brown is really applying that pressure to Binko and Matt Psycho right now. And he's going to go for the move into the first corner. Can he make it stick? That first corner is a tricky one. You've got to get it right. He just can't quite get his Toyota in there. He's going for an outside line, but that's never going to work. And don't forget, Binko and Racer Brown both on those soft tyres, so they'll be losing speed soon. Whereas the medium tyres can just keep going for a few more laps. 4th place Simex, still 4.6 seconds ahead of Jim, but Jim now under pressure from IR Graham. IR Graham in the Zynga Ray Audi has caught up the BWT Audi, and it wants to get past. Here he goes, going for the inside line, and he makes it stick. IR Graham, another position, boom, up to 5th. And Jim just sitting in the tow, trying to come back. He is 1.4 seconds ahead of Skyjacker in 7th place. Skyjacker in his Toyota. His monster livery Toyota. It's like the energy drinks cup. How many energy drinks have we got out there? We've got Relentless and Monster. I'm surprised there's no Red Bulls. There you see the Porsche of Pop Motorsport. Maintaining that ahead of Rivixter, 1.5 seconds. He did his fastest lap last time at 1:42.994. With Rivixter managing a 44.168, only 1.5 seconds behind. And Rido's lost a lot in that last 2 laps. A 47 and a 50. It's put him back a little bit there. So how are those leaders doing? Matt Psycho 7/10 ahead of Binko. Binko 4/10 ahead of Racer Brown. Cracking stuff here for the lead. We're only nearly 14 minutes into this 1 hour and 30-minute race, and already loads of action. This is cracking stuff. Simex having a bit of a lonely race out there, but I think IR Graham is doing his best to catch him up. A 41.9 from IR Graham last time around. Simex at 42.0, so it's not really, he's not going to catch him up in a great hurry. Jim in 6th, just ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker catching up Jim. and he'll be looking to try and make a move. This is going to be 10 weeks of your Sundays, people out there. I hope you're looking forward to this, as I am. So on board with Skyjacker as he tries to catch up. Jim ahead. But Jim has got it sorted. He's got him all. He's got the lap times as a Jim. Just doesn't want to make a mistake. 43.8 last time around. We can see he does 41s and 42s. So that was a small mistake, which gives Skyjacker an opportunity to get closer. Jim's just got to get his head down, crack on. How is... Oh, Binko's in the lead, sorry. Where's Matt Psycho then? Is Matt Psycho pitted? Here we can see Binko's going up the inside. And Matt Psycho is in second spot, but I think he might. But he's on the medium tyres, is Matt Psycho, so I wouldn't have thought he'd gone into the pits. But Matt Psycho definitely under threat now from Racer Brown. And as we come back, no, Matt Psycho still holding that second spot ahead of a Racer Brown. Adam Hawley in the chat saying, hey, Talleyrand. Racer Brown, is his tyres cooked? Not quite yet, but Binko absolutely flying now. Now he's been released from Matt Psycho. He's pulled himself out 7/10 on the reigning champ. And car 86 of Racer Brown are really closing in on Matt Psycho. What a battle we have up front for the top three. Then we got Cymex all on his own in fourth place, but Io Graham has pulled a second in. Cymex last lap of 41.759. Io Graham of 41.2. So some 5/10 faster, half a second faster that lap. Jim still ahead of Skyjacker at the moment at 42.4 last time around. Skyjacker looks like he's going to make a move down into the hairpin, and 41.9 last time around for Skyjacker, and Skyjacker, boom, he managed it, he done it. He's up to 6th. Jim down into 7th ahead of a Rivixter who's only 2.2 Pop Motorsport, who's some 13.8 seconds behind that battle, but he's only 2 seconds ahead of a Rivixter. So Rivixter is in touching space, and Rido's pulled some time back. Rido's done his fastest lap at 42.468. So come on, Rido, get in there. Bunting in the chat saying you, and Flashman saying evening all. So Binko is leading from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho having to defend from Racer Brown. Racer Brown really putting that pressure on in his Toyota now. And the Porsche looking quite frail with only 17 minutes into this race. But remember, Matt Psycho is on those medium tyres, where Racer Brown and Binko are both on the soft, and you're only allowed to use the softs once in the race. What a battle we're having. So Io Graham, he's closed another second in on Cymex. Cymex he's starting to feel nervous out there. 41.8 and a 41.7 these last 2 laps. Io Graham a 41.0 and a 41.2. So Io Graham really starting to push that Audi. Skyjacker some 4.8 seconds behind Io Graham, but only 2 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim doing a 43.7 his last time around, and Skyjacker doing a 42.1. Sorry, that didn't come out very well, did it? 42.1. Pop Motorsport is in 8th place, doing a cracking job, staying ahead of Rivixter, but Rivixter looking like he's trying to come back at the Porsche. He's in the Porsche as well, isn't he? No, he's Toyota, sorry. So there goes Binko. He's pulled a little bit more out. He's got a second lead on Matt Psycho at the moment. Matt Psycho with his hands full with the Toyota of Racer Brown. And they're doing 41.2 for Racer Brown last time around, a 41.1 for Matt Psycho, and Cymex doing a 41.7. So he's not quite up on the pace of them, but if they start racing each other too much, that will give Cymex a great opportunity to run up to the back of those guys. And Io Graham there, he's on a stonker, he's on a push. An hour and 10 minutes left of racing to go. No one's pitted yet. The soft guys, they look okay. Their tyres are looking worn. Not as much for Matt Psycho. That Toyota doesn't seem to replenish its battery very well. So as you can see there, Racer Brown are driving around with no charge in his battery whatsoever. Next to them Porsches, they've got full charge. Happy days. And there you go, braking into that hairpin, and it's all gone again. That poor Toyota. So obviously harvests quite a lot under braking, but also just spurts it straight back out onto the track. There he goes, braking to build it up, and then as soon as he's back on that accelerator, it's going. So yeah, the Toyotas are a bit of a handful to keep that battery charged. Simex, full battery. He's in a Toyota, isn't he? No, he's in the Porsche. The Porsche, yes, the battery on the Porsche does seem to be somewhat better. Graham, he's in the Audi. He's got some battery charge, but not a lot. And he is some 5.4 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who has pulled away from Jim now. If anything, I think, I was going to say Pop Moto was catching Jim up, but he's done a couple of 43s, but he's got the pace. Definitely, he's got the pace to catch up. Jim and Rivixter also on a flyer trying to catch up Pop Motorsport. And Rido, Rido's lost a lot of time. Did he pit? He may have pitted. He's got new tyre, yeah, it's on an outlap. So Rido's pitted, he's put some softs on, got rid of his mediums, and now he's on a push. Bingo still holding that second. Oh, Racer Brown is ahead of Matt Psycho. Has Matt Psycho gone into a bit of fuel save? Here we see the move. Matt Psycho just ahead of Racer Brown, but Racer Brown there alongside, going down towards the big hairpin. And that is how he did it. Congratulations, Racer Brown. Super stuff. Can he maintain it though? We know Matt Psycho wasn't the reigning champion for no reason whatsoever. He absolutely dominated last season. And there goes Binko. Binko is into the pits for his first pit stop to get rid of those racing soft tyres. And then Racer Brown takes the lead of this race. 22 minutes in, with Matt Psycho 1.2 seconds behind him. Matt Psycho might be doing it. Oh God, Racer Brown's got a lot more fuel on board than Matt Psycho, so that Toyota looking very, very good at the moment. With Matt Psycho on those medium tyres, remember though. The tyre wear looks exactly the same anyway. A 140.2 for Racer Brown last time around. Matt Psycho a 41.944. Simex up to third with Binko's pit stop. Binko coming out ahead of Skyjacker in fifth and behind IR Graham, but not very far behind IR Graham. He's put the medium tyres on in his Porsche. He's relentless. With IR Graham. Oh, now Pop's left. So race of attrition, 20 minutes in, 23 minutes in, we've lost 2 drivers already. Crazy stuff. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want more content like this. But Racer Brown, nearly 2 seconds now ahead of Matt Psycho, with Simex there sitting in a great third spot. IR Graham ever closing in though, 1.5 seconds behind for IR Graham, a 41.936 last time around for him, with Simex managing a 42.045. It's getting very close for IR Graham and Simex. Binko there on a comeback after his pit stop, trying to make up some ground. Binko closing in on IR Graham, it would seem. 42.4, was that his outlap though? We can't count that. 41.9 for IR Graham, but his tyres are old. Where Binko is on an absolutely brand new spanking set of shiny medium tyres. And he'll be getting some great grip from them as he's catching up IR Graham. His pit stop though hasn't made anyone else jump in the pits. Racer Brown, Matt Psycho still carrying on with their strategy, and Cymex also. IR Graham holding on ahead of Binko. He doesn't want to pit yet on those medium tyres, wants to drag them out for a little bit longer. Coming up to 25 minutes of racing, so very interesting. You just can't call the strategies out there at the moment. Skyjacker in 6th. Sorry, I'll get rid of that. Skyjacker some 6.3 seconds behind Binko, who's already pitted. 6.7 seconds ahead of Jim, who's 26 seconds ahead of Rivixter, who's 38 seconds ahead of Arido. So quite spanned out at the back there. And Racer Brown now 3.2 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Is Matt Psycho really starting to try and do some fuel saving just before his pit stop possibly? Maybe his tyres just lost their edge. Who can tell? But Racer Brown is absolutely, he's caning it out there. It's got to be said. Cymex in that great 3rd place. No one else interested in a pit stop yet. And there we see IR Graham. He's having the same hassle that Matt Psycho had earlier, and it's called Binko. And Binko having a good look at IR Graham there. And I think it is Binko that can only race at weekends because he works nights. So it's great to see him in action against some of the best in the VRC. Saw him do some racing on the Group 4 Saturday Night League. He did absolutely amazing stuff in that. I think he's been in a couple of Sunday Cups. So yes, Binko doing an absolutely stand-up job in that Porsche. There you go. And IR Graham out. He's killing it at the moment. IR Graham staying ahead of this man in 5th, Binko. Meanwhile, Racer Brown still leading from Matt Psycho. Cymex in 3rd. A little kiss on the bumper there from Binko to IR Graham. Closed in really quick under braking, doesn't it? Hey, that's scary stuff. And even IR Graham can see Cymex now. He's only less than a second behind Cymex, so he'll be grabbing a tow from Cymex pretty soon. That'll help him compete against Binko. Racer Brown then has just gone past the start line to crack on with lap 17 on those soft tyres. He's making them last, the soft tyres. Matt Psycho, he's now 5.8 seconds behind Racer Brown. Racer Brown's an absolute machine out there. He's absolutely killing it. Adam Hawley, when his Group 4 back, the Saturday evening race, I'm not sure what's going on. It got postponed through not many people, and I think it's going to take part on a Friday night now, the Group 4s. And there we see, it looked like Cymex made a small mistake, but Binko's got past as well. Hang about. I don't think we'll see it. Why is that saying Binko's leading? That's not right, is it? Rido has now left the room. Why does that say Binko's leading? He shouldn't be, should he? There's Racer Brown and Matt Psycho picked. That's weird, isn't it? That replay was really old, I guess. Let's have a look. It's too late now. I'm not going to see anything, but yeah, Binko up to 3rd ahead of Cymex with IR Graham not quite doing it. Totally messed that up. I apologise. I think it's because I didn't press Z beforehand, so it just took me back to the original replay we watched earlier. So IR Graham now ahead of Cymex also. Cymex on those medium tyres, a quarter of a tank of fuel. Adam Hawley saying okay, thank you thingy, and Darren Simon saying 6 mins old. What that replay, yeah. Last round of Group 4 will indeed be on a Friday, says Talleyrand. So Racer Brown 7.3 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho with Binko back up into 3rd after his pit stop, doing a cracking job. Cymex yet to pit, nor has IR Graham, nor Skyjacker. And then Max 5 will be returning for another season. Yay! Those Max 5s are crazy cray. Can't wait to see those boys back out there, battling it out in the little Mazda Miatos, is it? Miatos? So Racer Brown, 8 seconds lead on Matt Psycho at the moment. What can Matt Psycho do? He's doing absolutely cracking, consistent laps in the 41s. And I think here we can see Matt Psycho's playing the long game. He's letting Racer Brown run away with it. The problem is Racer Brown's not really using fuel. He takes those gears, he takes the corners in high gear to save on fuel, and it's working for him, absolutely. As you can see. Oh, but there's Matt Psycho trying to do him in 4th gear. So Matt Psycho now, he's taking him in higher gears even than Racer Brown. Short shifting, not short shifting there, but yes, I think Matt Psycho trying to fuel save at this point. Racer Brown, he's already fuel saved, hasn't he? Look at him. He's done a cracking job. In 3rd is Binko. He's got less fuel than them. He's not got much more fuel than them. He's breaking this hour-and-a-half race down to a lot of sprint races, I think. Going to be a few pit stops. And there we see IR Graham is the next to come in. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. His mediums are pretty worn. So what does that do for Skyjacker? Skyjacker already moving up into 5th. He stayed out. And Jim in 7th. He's just coming around to the start-finish straight, and I think he's going to go in also. So Jim and IR Graham both making pits at this point. Rivixter, the last man on the road after all the DNFs, in a great 8th spot as he gets ahead of Jim through pit stops. Oh, it looks like he made a pit stop recently, did he? Must have made a pit stop on lap 13 maybe, because his tyres don't look worn. Racer Brown still not pitting, still cracking on. He has no interest in a pit stop at the moment, nor does Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho's fuel is going low though, so he might want to think about it soon. Binko, he's 10 seconds behind these guys, but he's already pitted. He's on those medium tyres. He did a 40.505 his last time around, whilst Matt Psycho's doing 41.6 and Racer Brown doing 39.8. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous, Racer Brown. What's going on? And there goes Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho has gone into the pits whilst Racer Brown continues on. And Binko takes back his 2nd spot. And Cymex, is he going to stay out? It looks like Cymex is also staying out. Takes 3rd from Matt Psycho. Next down the road will be Skyjacker. He's coming through the last corner. Matt Psycho's just fueling up at the moment. And Skyjacker moves himself up into 4th place with 57 minutes left of racing. It's a long way to go. Matt Psycho has come out of the pits behind Skyjacker, less than a second. There is IR Graham. He pitted the lap before. He's 10 seconds behind Matt Psycho right now. What can he do? Matt Psycho did top up a little bit more fuel than the guys around him, so he's going for another long stint, but he's put the racing soft tyres on. He's got better tyres than Skyjacker, so we would assume he's going to get past Skyjacker quite easily and quite quickly. Sorry for the sniffing. I don't know why I've suddenly got a bunged up nose. And Skyjacker doing an absolute cracking job defending that position from Matt Psycho, but we know Matt Psycho is up for this. He's in a great 5th place at the moment. He's pitted, he's gone late brakes into the corner, and he made it stick. Congratulations, Matt Psycho. Unbelievable, brilliant stuff. Skyjacker trying to grab a toe for the next set of corners to see if he can come back at the Psycho, but no, Matt's got it. Matt's got it sorted. So leading the race is a Racer Brown. He's going around again. Those tyres, well, they're worn, but they're not done, because he's still getting good times. A 41.1 last time around. 40.5 for Binko on his mediums. He's only got a quarter of a tank of fuel though, so he might have to come back into the pits pretty soon. Simex moving up into third, 3 pit stops. He hasn't pitted yet. He's quite low on fuel, so he'll be looking to make a stop soon. What are these guys on? The Toyota? No, the Porsche. It's a varied bag really, isn't it? There's Binko, he's also in the Porsche. Racer Brown is in the Toyota, leading. He's in the older Toyota as well, I think, the 030. Yeah, so that looks like the livery that Koikart ran last season, I believe. So that's probably Koikart's design for Racer Brown. Bingo up into second now with Matt Psycho pitting. Third for Simex. What can he do from here? He's got low fuel though. Matt Psycho chunky on fuel. Skyjacker 3.3 seconds behind Matt Psycho now. And that shows you how much the tyre wear difference makes. IR Graham, he's cut that 10 seconds from Skyjacker down to 6 seconds. And he's 19 seconds ahead of Rivixter in the BWT. And there's Jim in the other BWT. Go on, Jim, I'll give you one of them. So who can stop the Racer Brown at this point? He's absolutely flying. No messing around. Skyjacker is coming into the pits. Skyjacker has dropped into the pits. That means IR Graham can make a place up. Moves up to 5th, still 10 seconds behind Matt Psycho, so he's gained nothing on Matt Psycho so far. But you know, he'll want to close that gap and get involved on the race up front. But so far, Racer Brown 20 seconds ahead of Binko, but Racer Brown has not pitted, whereas Binko has, but Binko might have to come in again. Binko at the moment putting in purples. Oh, not quite though. Still could, still could. It's a long way to go in this lap. Simex a further 9 seconds down the road from Binko. These guys are going to have to pit soon, I'm pretty sure. Racer Brown then goes into the pits. Simex also, we believe, will come into the pits at the end of this lap. Binko will retake the lead of the race from Racer Brown. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe 20 seconds is enough. He's getting his tyres changed. He's getting topped up with fuel. But there comes Binko around the final corner and retakes the lead of this race. Round 1 of the HPEC Season 3. Racer Brown putting on the medium tyres. And now he's going to chase down Binko. But remember, Binko, his tyres are somewhat older than Racer Brown's, and his fuel is getting low. Simex didn't pit. Did he not pit? Wow. Simex going around for another circuit. So interesting stuff. He's just 2.8 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho's done his fastest lap of the race so far at 39.6. So Matt Psycho really starting to find the speed in that Porsche. Now he's got some soft tyres on. He's going to take the fight to Racer Brown and Binko. And maybe even Simex. Maybe this long run from Simex. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Simex is going to drop out in front of IR Graham. I think he's going to come out behind IR Graham and ahead of Skyjacker. And so we will have to wait and see when Simex pits. As Skyjacker pitted recently, is only 2.5 seconds ahead of Rivixter, who's low on fuel as well. So Binko 3.4 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. We're on lap 23. Simex then, oof, can he make that pit? Yeah, I would imagine so. Just coming around the last bit there, but Matt Psycho's closing in on him. Each corner, Matt Psycho is a man possessed out there at the moment, pushing for everything he's got. And Simex we're going to see drop it into the pits like it's hot. and let his prick crew do what they do. So IR Graham coming around the final corner. He'll take that 4th place from Cymex. Say thank you very much. Super. And that is IR Graham moving up into 4th. 11 seconds. He's losing more time on Matt Psycho at the moment. He is on the medium tyres though. I don't think he's done the soft run yet. Saving it till the end. Matt Psycho. He's gone for his 2nd stint on the softs. Skyjacker, oh, I thought Skyjacker, no, Cymex, oh, Cymex come out ahead of Skyjacker, but he's made a huge mistake in the first corner already on those medium tyres. He's trying to get the accelerator down, get some traction, but there is Skyjacker, only 9/10 behind him, and Skyjacker fancies that 5th place now, a 140.619 for Skyjacker the last time around. He's on medium tyres, he's chunked up with fuel. And so is Cymex. This is a straight fight between these two for 5th place. Niall Graham, some 18 seconds up the road. Has he even pitted? Yeah, he did. He pitted on lap 18. Wow. Niall Graham doing a cracking race at the moment. Rivixter only 4.5 seconds behind Skyjacker, and Jim only 8 seconds behind Rivixter. So Bingo crosses the line, start lap 25. You got a 140.1. Racer Brown managing a 39.9. It's not much between them. 3 seconds apart. 9 seconds down the road. It's a Matt Psycho. He's on the soft tyres though, so he's really on a push. He's in the 39s. And he's some 12 seconds ahead of IR Graham. IR Graham doing a 40.4 that time around. Cymex still ahead of Skyjacker. If we get on board with Skyjacker and just enjoy a bit of this while I have a bite of my dinner. Oh no, well, I thought Skyjacker had lost the back end then, but no, he's done alright, he's kept hold of it. Those medium tyres, it's like driving on ice. Racer Brown has pulled it back and nearly a second on Bingo. Bingo, he's going to have to come into the pits again for fuel, it seems. So that short stint on the fuel helped him retake the lead, but in the long run, is it going to help him? We will see. We will see. At the moment, Bingo, he's going around again. Let's go round again. Mason Brown 2.2 seconds behind him on an absolute push. With Matt Psycho in 3rd spot, 10 seconds adrift from these guys. But he's on a different strategy. Might come into it by the end, as will IR Graham, I think. IR Graham not doing the soft stint yet, so he'll be on a push. Cymex still ahead of Skyjacker. He's pulled a second out. So Skyjacker doing all he can to keep up with the pole. Rivixter 6.5 seconds behind Skyjacker, 6.2 seconds ahead of Jim. So Jim a 41.9 last time around from him. Rivixter's gone into the pits, so this could be Jim retaking that position as he comes around, and there he goes. He's up into 7th spot. Brilliant stuff. Binko 1.6 seconds ahead of a Racer Brown. Racer Brown closing in on that relentless Porsche. Just ahead of us. Coming around the final corner now. Sat on board with Racer Brown. We're 10.5 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Binko has put it in the pits. We said Bingo might have to pit soon with his fuel, so that will put Matt Psycho back up into 3rd place. Can IR Graham? IR Graham's 24 seconds behind these guys. He's just coming up to the final corner. Depends on how much fuel Bingo puts in. He's topping up with fuel now. Here comes IR Graham around the final corner. Bingo's still topping up with fuel. It says IR Graham's up into third. There's the pit exit, and there's Bingo coming out behind IR Graham. Interesting stuff. He's put the medium tyres on. And he's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. And he's in touching distance of IR Graham. He's 44 seconds ahead of Cymex though, who's only 9/10 ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker on a push here. We're at the 45-minute mark, halfway. Now we're halfway. And it's been a cracking race so far. We can't call a winner, and we'd edge it that Racer Brown seems to be the fastest on the day. But it's not about the fastest in these cars, it's about strategy. IR Graham up into third, only 13 seconds. He's dropped 3 seconds on Matt Psycho. He's doing a consistent 140, mid-140s in his Audi. Matt Psycho doing early 40s. And Racer Brown doing late 39s. Racer Brown, an absolute force to be reckoned with. And now we've got Bingo coming out of the pits on his medium tyres, on a push to see where he can get in the standings. Cymex there in 5th place. Skyjacker is getting frustrated, 6/10 behind the Polish driver, and there's nothing he can do. Jim in 7th after those pit stops, putting him ahead of Rivixter, who pitted. Filled up with fuel. He's gone for hards. He's going for a long run. Bold strategy from Rivixter here. He's gone for hard tyres. We didn't see many opting to go for the hard tyres last season, but we will be interested to see how he does on those hard tyres. Meanwhile, Racer Brown is leading. He's got plenty of fuel. No sign of a pit stop from Racer Brown for a while yet. Matt Psycho just under half a tank. He's on those soft tyres. He did a 39.8 his last time around. His fastest has been a 39.6. Racer Brown's done a 39.3, which is the fastest of the day so far. And IR Graham, he's got Bingo closing in on him. Bingo doing it's his outlap. There's only 1.8 seconds between the two of them. IR Graham, his mediums just warming up, I'd say. He's got 1/4 of a tank of fuel left. Bingo, brand new mediums, 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so his car will be a bit heavier than IR Graham at the moment. Cymex 7/10 still only ahead of Skyjacker. Boy, look at the face full of sparks for Skyjacker there as they head down the hill towards the hairpin. Now they're going back up the hill like Jack and Jill. Skyjacker just trying to close the distance between him and the car ahead. Skyjacker in a Toyota. I think Cymex is in a Porsche. Shall we do a double check? There he is in his Toyota hybrid. Skyjacker, I mean. And Cymex sporting the Porsche 919. Can Cymex maintain that position ahead of Skyjacker? It's all to play for down there in 5th and 6th place. Bingo, he's 1.6 seconds behind IR Graham, a 40.7 his last time around. IR Graham did a 40.6, so there's nothing in it between them. Racer Brown a 39.5, there's nothing stopping this man. With Matt Psycho a 39.8, but he's on the soft tyres and they're starting to look quite worn. Cymex still maintaining ahead of Skyjacker. Jim's pulled out quite a bit on Rivixter, but Rivixter on those hard tyres, playing the long game today and seeing if he can overtake Jim in the pits, which he could well do, doing one less pit. Jim's got 1/4 of a tank of fuel on those mediums, so we'll see. Who are we looking at? Cymex. Half a second between Cymex and Skyjacker. Cymex not putting a foot wrong so far, keeping it nice and neat, nice and tidy. I mean, Skyjacker's going to have to do something special. I don't think either of these drivers have used their soft set yet. So, that is still to come. Binko, I believe, has used his softs. Racer Brown has used his softs. Matt is using his softs. I can't remember IR Graham. I don't think he has used his softs yet. It might have been Cymex that did use his softs, actually. But Skyjacker hasn't put a set of softs on yet. And there's Jim on the mediums, 140.389 last time around for him. That was his fastest. And he's 34 seconds, so Rivingster losing a lot of time on those hard tyres. He's doing 44 ones. Looks like he's just been lapped by a Racer Brown. And Racer Brown has hit the ground running for round 1 of the HPEC. The rest of the guys got a week to get their mechanics to sort their cars out, to get on the same pace as this man here. And that's Psycho doing all he can. He's got quarter of a tank of fuel left. He's 11.8 seconds behind Racer Brown, 13.9 seconds ahead of IR Graham. Binko is not getting any closer to IR Graham at the moment, but it's just, he only has to play a waiting game. Whoa, he's gone out wide on that last corner, but that's alright. Doesn't affect anyone, but IR Graham will be coming into the pits pretty soon, whereas Binko, he can stay out there for the long run. That Porsche, pretty heavy with fuel. I say Porsche, yeah. Porsche pretty heavy with fuel. He's struggling to keep it in the white lines at the moment. And Cymex still ahead of Skyjacker, just a 140.888 for Cymex that last time around. Skyjacker a 41.053. So there's nothing in it between these two drivers. 20 seconds down the road is Jim in the BWT Toyota Audi. And the BWT of Toyota for Rivingster. He's gained a bit of time though. He was down to 44, wasn't he? So he's pulled a bit of time back, has he? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was 30 to 34 to 36. Racer Brown, nothing. No flies can ever land on him because he doesn't hang around long enough. Look at him flying. Psycho across the line with a 40.5. He's pulled a little bit more out on IR Graham. 40. Oh, Binko's dropped back a bit. Oh, Binko, he might be pushing a little bit. He's lost the back end of the car. Has he caught it? He caught it. Great save, Binko. But it looks like Binko getting ragged out there at the moment while he's pushing hard. He's nearly drifting that Group 1 car around these corners. He's 4.5 seconds behind IR Graham. That was only 2 seconds, so he's losing time to IR Graham now. He's just got to regroup, settle down a little bit. He'll be fine. Cymex still ahead of Skyjacker. Nothing between these two though. In fuel, tyres, all times. And what a beautiful race these two are having. Getting on board with Skyjacker as we look at the back of Cymex's car as he hunts him down for another blast. With Cymex in 5th, Skyjacker in 6th place. Racer Brown still leads. From Matt Psycho in 2nd to IR Graham in 3rd. Binko in 4th in a better strategy. He's pitted, where the guys ahead of him will have to pit. The last time we saw him, he was slinging his Group 1 car around. Whilst you see Skyjacker just trying to get on the back end of Simex. It's a big job. So Binko, a 43.2 his last time around. He's losing time. Don't forget fatigue sets in now. We're up to nearly an hour of racing. These guys will be starting to feel it out there. With the long race, it's quite a bit to deal with. And Racer Brown, 14 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho coming up at pit lap, I think Jim in the BWT. Is it Jim? No, it's going to be the other one, Rivixter. Yeah. So Rivixter getting the blue flags. Matt Psycho will be screaming at him in his cockpit. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Adam Hawley in the chat saying Binko might have a cat annoy him, hence the sloppiness. Oh right, I just thought he was pushing like hell. But yeah, there might be a pussy distracting Binko right now. He's got pussy on the brain. Racer Brown then leading the way, a 140.0 last time around for him, and a 139.6. Wow, his tyres are barely used as well. Look, half a tank of fuel. It's all about saving your business. Matt Psycho still on those soft tyres, quite low on fuel. He's 14.8 seconds ahead of IR Graham and 14.5 seconds behind Racer Brown. And Binko 5 seconds behind IR Graham now. Looks like he's got his cat issues sorted out and he's back on track. Simex still ahead. He's even eked a little bit out from Skyjacker. Did a 40.941 last time around. Skyjacker doing a 41.617. Jim in a 7th. And Rivixter there in 8th. If you're watching out there, it looks like we've got spacers. We've had a few DNFs today. I don't know if they'll be back for round 2. They should do. Just get used to the car. Practice a bit. IR Graham runs a great driving school on Monday nights for anyone who fancies going in there. And then, you know, pick a car, pick a track, and he will try his best to help you out. And apparently it has approved. Some people have approved on their times through the driving school. So cracking stuff for IR Graham there, helping the guys out. I should go in there and get some tips for the Clios. I think the Clios start next Saturday, so I should go and see the sensei that is IR Graham. Teach me the ways of the wheel. Although I want Racer Brown to teach me the ways of the wheel. He's leading. What am I talking about? There's Binko in 4th place. Still half tank of fuel, a racing mediums. There goes IR Graham. IR Graham into the pits. Absolutely no fuel. Look at that. I can't even see a bit of red. So IR Graham, can he get back out ahead of Simex? He should do, I imagine. He's getting his tyres changed, getting some fuel now. With Simex coming up to the last corner, it's going to be very tight. And then Skyjacker, 21 seconds. What happened to Skyjacker? Is he pitted? He's not on an out lap. He's just had a really bad lap, hasn't he? Oh, well, whatever it was, we caught him just recovering there. So Skyjacker, and there goes IR Graham. He's out of the pits. Simex has got ahead of him. He's on quarter of a tank of fuel, so this is very good, very interesting race here, strategy-wise. Coming up to nearly 30 minutes left. And Binko up into 3rd place as well after IR Graham's pit stop. 20 seconds behind Matt Psycho, but Matt Psycho is definitely ready for a pit stop. Racer Brown, he's just going to continue all evening. Skyjacker dropping it into the pits. He's dropped behind Jim, has he? It looks like it. Yeah, that spin's really cost him because Jim has now got ahead of Skyjacker. And Racer Brown's caught Skyjacker up on track. Matt Psycho dropping it into the pits now. Racer Brown continuing on. Will Binko retake second spot in this race? Oh, it's going to be a tight championship, people. This is going to be beautiful, isn't it? Some big contenders in there. I think Cymex, Binko, Racer Brown, Matt Psycho, IR Graham. We've seen Skyjacker has got the pace as well. So it's anyone's game. It really is. Fantastic stuff. There's Binko up in second. Matt Psycho back out of the pits in third. Ahead of Cymex. And IR Graham, he's got a load more fuel. And he's on the soft tyres. So IR Graham doing his soft run. And now... So Cymex may not have a choice. He might have to... I don't know if he's done the softs. He might have started on softs, but don't quote me on that. And there's Jim, 17.2 seconds ahead, but he's got to go into the pits this lap. So that means Skyjacker should get that position back. And he's just following a Racer Brown around, probably getting some tips. Trying to work out how he's getting those lap times. In an older car, an older model car, TSO30 instead of the TSO50 or whatever it is, TSO30. Racer Brown looking rather nifty so far in this championship. And Binko there in second place, some 36.5 seconds behind Racer Brown and only 10 seconds ahead. Oh no, Matt Psycho's had an issue. Matt Psycho has had an issue. Oh, poor soul. He's just put a little wheel on the gravel and it has spun him right around. And how is that going to do for him? As you can see, Cymex catching him up. Cymex only 1.3 seconds away. IR Graham 3.6 seconds. Oh, this has opened it right up in the midfield. Racer Brown running away with it. With Binko possibly, I don't know. I don't know. The strategies, it's all going to be down to strategies. We're into the last 28 minutes of this race. Wow, that hour flew by. So Racer Brown 37 seconds ahead of a Binko. Does that mean he should be able to pit and get back out again before Binko reaches him? But we will see. Because it doesn't look like Racer Brown has any interest in pitting just yet. Matt Psycho, he's all to do now. He's got a long hill to climb. But the championship's 10 rounds, not this round, so it doesn't hurt too much. A podium, if he can get that podium. Cymex is looking for it. Cymex fancying his opportunities here. Put himself into a medium position, podium position. Graham also wanting a podium. Everyone's queuing up for it. There is Skyjacker. A 1:40.528 from Skyjacker. That was his fastest lap time. I think sitting behind Racer Brown is helping him find some new lines, maybe. I'm not sure. Jim in a 7th. He must have pitted because he was ahead of Skyjacker, wasn't he? Yeah, pitted on lap 35. And at Rivixter, he's got rid of those hard tyres. Obviously, no good. So he's got rid of the hard tyres. It was worth a try. It was worth a punt. You never know. And Rivixter, he's learning as he goes. And Racer Brown, 38.2 seconds ahead of Binko. Binko's last time around was a 41.063. Again, he's not put a lot of fuel in that car. Doesn't like to top it up too much. Keep it low. Keep that weight low, I guess. And now he's 21 seconds. He's Binko ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho with Cymex not far behind, and IR Graham not far behind him. We may have a three-way battle pretty soon. We get it on board with IR Graham. He did a 39.307. That's the fastest lap of the race. He's gone for the inside line. Cymex didn't defend too heavily from that. I think he knows. IR Graham's on different tyres. Well, I don't know if he does know. I never have that much awareness in a race. But I.R. Graham up into fourth, and Racer Brown has come into the pits. And I said I think he's about a pit stop ahead of Binko. So I think he'll be back out in the lead. I really do. There he goes. He's moving. Didn't put a lot of fuel in that. Half a tank. Racing medium tyres. And there comes Binko. Not even in the final corner yet. So, wow. Racer Brown truly has owned this Lago Maggiore. Yes. So, Racer Brown. Stunning drive, 18 seconds lead after his pit stop on Binko, who's 21 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Is this, no, I think Binko probably has to pit again. I'm not sure about the other guys, if that's enough to get him to the ends. Niall Graham, 8 tenths behind Matt Psycho. Where did that come from? Wow. This is the battle. These two, we've seen them go against each other. This is the Prost and Senna of the Virtual Racers Club. We've seen these two go up against each other, and they race hard with each other, I must say. I think there's racing respect there. I'm pretty sure they both respect each other's abilities. And don't forget, I.R. Graham is on those soft tyres, where Matt Psycho is on quite a new set of mediums though. But I.R. Graham, you would assume, will get past on the stickier tyre. He's having a look, he's trying to get a toe. He's come out of it. And he's through. He's through. He did it before the corner. Oh no, Matt Psycho's up the inside of him. Ooh, enough racing room just given there from Matt Psycho. The Hamilton and the Verstappen battle going on here, and I.R. Graham's looking up the inside, and Matt Psycho, he can't defend that on his medium tyres, and there you go, I.R. Graham just getting that third spot. Matt Psycho just going to sit on the back of that Audi and try and ride her all the way to the end of the race, possibly. Could fuel save behind him. And Simex there, he's not far behind them two battling it out. So if they carry on racing, oh, Adam says 2 pits minimum, question mark. Oh, what, in the race? I don't think there's any kind of, it's just you can only use the racing softs once in the race. So yeah, I suppose that's 2 stops, I suppose. You can't do the whole race on racing softs. I suppose if you dare try and do a 1 stop, I just don't think you could do it. But we will see. I'm sure someone's going to give it a go at some point in the season. See all kinds of strategies coming up. That was from Adam, asking if there was a 2 pits minimum. I don't think there is an amount of pits. It's just the only rule that I read was they can only use racing softs once. And there goes a Racer Brown crossing the line, a 39.8, 21.4 seconds ahead of Binko. Binko doing an absolute cracking job there, nearly 19 seconds ahead of I.R. Graham. I.R. Graham a 40.998, Binko doing a 41.2. I mean, if I.R. Graham can do a second fast, he can't. That's not even a second faster anyway, is it? What am I talking about? So I don't think there's a way I.R. Graham's going to catch up Binko in this race. But what is Matt Psycho going to do about I.R. Graham? He's lost 2 seconds to him already on those medium tyres. Is I.R. Graham going till the end? 21 minutes left of racing. He's just got another fastest lap. That's 2 points for the fastest lap, remember. Because I'm wondering if anyone... Oh no, they can't. I was going to say, I'm wondering if anyone will come in and just put softs on for one lap. But if they've already used the softs, they can't. And I'm pretty sure everyone's used them now, haven't they? So Racer Brown leading the way on lap 41. 22.5 seconds ahead of Binko, who is 18.5 seconds ahead of I.R. Graham, but 39.2. Binko doing a 42.2. Hiya Graham. If he can go a second or so faster a lap than Binko, he may catch him by the end of the race, but that's a big ask, a big ask. Matt Psycho 2.3 seconds behind IR Graham, 2.5 seconds ahead of Cymex. Skyjacker now 16 seconds ahead of Jim. We saw him and Jim were quite close together, but I think Jim may have pitted. Yeah, it looks like Jim pitted on lap 35, which gave Skyjacker the opportunity to, well, he pitted on lap 34, so yeah, Jim's only ahead by 1 lap, and then Jim had to pit. And Binko has come in. Binko's come in, so what's this mean for IR Graham? My word, this has changed the aspect of this race. With only 20 minutes left to go, Racer Brown continuing on with half a tank of fuel. Binko's come in for a splash and dash. IR Graham, I didn't even think he was going to get the podium, and he's up into 2nd spot. This is crazy. Matt Psycho now moving up into 3rd. Cymex also going into the pits. This is going to be their last pit of the day. Binko got out ahead of Matt Psycho. Only just, though, 8 tenths. This is some crazy racing going on here. This is fantastic stuff. So the battle for 2nd. Can IR Graham stay out there, or will he have to pit also? I think it's a foregone conclusion, unless something happens to Racer Brown, that it's Racer Brown's race, win. But we do not know who's going to finish in 2nd. IR Graham on half a tank of fuel. Binko on half a tank. Yeah, it's half a tank of fuel to get to the end of the race, it seems. IR Graham's on them racing softs, though. Them softs will start going away before the end of the race. Binko and Matt Psycho on fresh mediums. Cymex, oh, he's just got the softs on. He hadn't have done the soft run. So Cymex out there trying to get the fastest lap and maybe catch up Matt Psycho. I can't see it though. 25 seconds in 18 minutes, 19 minutes. It's just not going to happen for him. Racer Brown disappearing into the distance, 40.5 seconds ahead of the field. Unbelievable stuff. IR Graham, he's in that 2nd place, but he's only 2.3. I can't believe after an hour and 11 minutes of racing, 2nd place is only 2.2 seconds ahead of 3rd, and 3rd is only 1.8 seconds ahead of 4th. That is fantastic stuff, and it's highly exciting for us right near the end of this race. There's back markers as well in the mix. IR Graham coming across one of the BWT cars, and they've got right out the way. I think that's Riv. And Binko also through, and Matt Psycho also through, I think. I can't see the BWT car. So here they go. 2 seconds from Binko. Binko pushing like hell, and 2.2 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Oh my lords, this Sod's Law, go pee and miss everything, lol, says Adam. Yeah, got to pee before, like me. Got to have your wee-wee before the race. But yeah, IR Graham up in 2nd after Binko's pit stop. He got back out ahead of Matt Psycho. Now we have this climatic finish in the last 17 minutes with IR Graham only 2.5 seconds ahead of Binko, and Binko only 2.1 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. IR Graham is on the soft tyres, and they will go away from him for sure by the end of this race. It's just making his tyres last. Can he make them last all the way till the end? Binko on the medium tyres, looking quite solid there. Going to need a lot from Matt Psycho. He's going to have to dig deep. Our current world champion, HPEC world champion. They're all world champions. Racer Brown, IR Graham. Binko's not had the opportunity yet because he's quite fresh with us. He's gone faster than he's gone before. IR Graham doing a 40.074. Binko doing a 40.156. Matt Psycho doing a 40.836. It's crazy stuff. One small mistake and it's over. How much pressure can these guys take? Racer Brown absolutely flying in the distance, a 39.3 from him on those medium tyres. That is absolutely bonkers. Absolute crazy. Niall Graham, where did he come from? Where did he come from? I didn't even think he was going to get a podium today. It didn't look like it. He has really strategied his way up into second place there with Binko. We saw he was doing the short stints, half filling the car. He's made more pit stops than the other guys around him. And he's on the final step of the podium. Matt Psycho would have been second if we didn't see him have that spin. He had that small spin, one small mistake, and it's put him right from second down to fourth. Cymex, 24 seconds adrift of these guys. He's 11 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who is in 6th place. He's 20 seconds ahead of Jim in 7th, and Jim is nearly a minute ahead of Rivixter. And we know Rivixter is fast, so it's just about getting used to these cars. I can't drive them. I can't drive anything, but these cars are a very big handful to get used to driving. So less than 15 minutes left of racing. 2.5 seconds IR Graham is ahead of Binko. He did a 140.268. Binko doing a 40.360. Matt Psycho doing a 41.071. Oh my lord. I'm feeling anxious about this last part of the race. Who's going to get it? It's looking like it's good for IR Graham at the moment. But like I said, he's on those racing soft tyres, whereas Binko and Matt Psycho both on the mediums. They're more durable, they'll last longer. Matt Psycho, car 16, took an early lead in this race. Battled it out with Binko and Racer Brown. We just saw a very uncharacteristic spin. And put just one slight wheel on the gravel, and that's all it takes. Could happen to IR Graham before the end of this race. It could happen to Binko. Who knows? But Racer Brown could do with it happening to him. He's gone and taken that 2 points fastest lap with a 38.907. Friggin' hell. It's unbelievable speed. IR Graham hunting him down now, coming around to start his 46th lap. We've got 13 minutes left remaining of this race. And at the moment your top three is Racer Brown in first place, IR Graham in second place, Binko in third, Matt Psycho in a fourth spot, but he's losing time on those guys ahead of him now. He's not getting the purchase from his medium tyres that he would like. Cymex in fifth place, brilliant stuff from Cymex there, ahead of Skyjacker in sixth, who's ahead of Jim in seventh, and Rivixter is in 8th place. I do like Rivixter's car though, it looks awesome. Here comes Racer Brown, start lap 47. This is absolutely crazy. 39.4, no stopping him. IR Graham staying in those early 140s. Binko also in the early 140s. Just nothing he can do. Nothing he can do on those medium tyres to try and just gain a little bit of extra time on IR Graham. It's all down to the drivers now. There's nothing pit stop strategy or anything can do for them in these final parts of the race. Matt Psycho, he's doing 41s. It looks like his tyres have passed their best. He did pit before the two ahead of him. So now he's just bringing her home for the points. It's a long championship and Matt Psycho knows it. It was a slow start for him in the last championship. So he knows it's about the campaign, not about the single race. So Racer Brown out there showing dominance over the rest of the field in that Toyota, doing a cracking job. IR Graham 2.1 seconds. He's getting purples though, IR Graham. He wants the 2 points. But I think 38.9 from Racer Brown is going to be a difficult one to get. He's got to try and keep that battery power up in his Audi, but it just disappears, doesn't it? Look at it, just disappears as soon as he puts his foot down. It's gone. It's under 2 seconds now. Binko on a push right near the end. He's going faster than he's been before, but so is IR Graham. The podium is not over yet. IR Graham's tyres are starting to look really, really bunched up. So, who knows? And Binko sitting in third. Matt Psycho 6 seconds adrift from Binko now, with Cymex 23 seconds adrift from Matt Psycho in fifth, and 11 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who's 23.5 seconds ahead of Jim, who's quite a way ahead of a Rivixter. And Racer Brown bringing her home. We're into the last 10 minutes of this 1.5 hours race. If you stuck with us, well, thank you very much. Thank you for putting up with my voice for an hour and a half. And it didn't go, did it? It's so weird. It's been rough for the last week and a half, but it seems like it's worked okay today. I'll have to start doing some more commentaries regular now then. I've been avoiding doing them because I don't want to make my voice worse. 1.5 seconds from Binko. Binko on a push in this final 10 minutes. IR Graham's tyres are absolutely cooked, I'd say. And now Binko is going in for the kill. Can Matt Psycho come along with him? Is there enough there? Is there enough time in this race for Matt Psycho to also catch up? IR Graham, who's on his ailing tyres, it's down to 1.4 seconds now from Binko. He's really pushing that boat out to catch up IR Graham. I'm trying to think of the last thing IR Graham won. He's won loads of championships, but I can't think of his last one. Booker. You can see he's just got no grip in the corners as IR Graham. 1.2 seconds now, Binko, really pushing it. This is going to be a fantastic finale, I tell thee now. Keep an eye out for that last lap, because Binko is coming. He's heading towards IR Graham with great velocity. It's down to a second. He'll be grabbing the toe soon off of that Audi. And what can IR Graham do? His tyres are cooked. There's not much he's going to be able to do to defend. Racer Brown 46.6 seconds lead on these guys. And coming up to about 7.5 minutes left of racing. There is IR Graham, half a second down on his fastest time. Binko's down to under a second now. And Matt Psycho, they've pulled 10 seconds out on Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho really ailing in that Porsche right now. 42.1 his last time around. Maybe he doesn't realise IR Graham is struggling. IR Graham really struggling with the tyres on that car, with Binko in third place, hunting him down in his relentless Porsche. That's cool as well. We've got 3 different cars in the top 3 at the moment: Toyota, Audi and Porsche. I love it. I love it when the cars are all mixed. It doesn't mean that there's one that's OP to others. I always thought Porsche was the faster of the lot. But at the moment it's the Porsche that's in third, Toyota in first, and Audi in second. But how long can that Audi stay in second? We are now 6.5 minutes left of racing, and they're sharing the same bit of road. This is gonna be tight. Matt Psycho there in fourth place. It looks like that's what the best he's gonna get out of today. Cool, he's losing a lot of time in that car. I don't know why. Don't know if his tyres are really goosed. Wow, Graham's still there, 7 tenths ahead of Binko. Who is going to finish in second? We know who's going to finish in first. Racer Brown. We're down to nearly 6 minutes, just under 6 minutes left of racing. That was an hour and a half, ladies and gentlemen, and it went in a flash of an eye. And IR Graham is going to have to do all he can in this last 5.5 minutes to defend that second place from Binko. Matt Psycho in fourth. He's all on his own now. There's no one around him. So Binko, it's all on Binko. All the pressure. Excuse me. Oh dear. Sneezy. Graham just maintaining ahead. He's got no boost in that car. Binko has got loads of boost. This is exciting stuff. It's down to half a second between these two. 5 minutes left of racing. Racer Brown's just started lap 51 as these two come around the final corner together virtually. IR Graham managing. He's trying to break the toe. A 40.9 and Binko doing a 40.5. Oh my word, they're right on top of each other. We've got 4.5 minutes left of racing. Can IR Graham defend on old tyres for the last 4.5 minutes of this race? Or has Binko got all the power on his fresh medium tyres? Matt Psycho there, just trying to bring it home. His tyres are worn. Simex in a cracking 5th place there. He's had good pace, great pace. With Skyjacker in 6th, nice and consistent in the 41s. Jim, he's got himself in the 41s, so yeah, and Rivixter, he's in the 41s as well, so some nice consistency out there from these guys. A 39.980 from Racer Brown. Starting lap 52, IR Graham still ahead. Binko, really? Oh, Binko's out wide. He doesn't want to do too much of that, and now it's going up. The time is going up from IR Graham to Binko, 1.2 seconds. With only 3.5 minutes left to go, Binko is running out of time. And they're 15 seconds ahead of 4th place, Matt Psycho, who's 16.8 seconds ahead of Simex. This is crazy, crazy stuff here. With IR Graham staying in that 2nd spot ahead of Binko, but it's less than a second between the two of them. IR Graham going into the 1st corner on lap 52, 3 minutes left to go. So it's this lap and the next, and it's over. And look at IR Graham's tyres. They are absolutely torrid. They are done. How is he keeping that car going in a straight line? That is sliding all over the place in the corners. And Binko down to 6/10. He's getting it back again. He had it down to half a second. And he run a little bit wide. And oh my God, IR Graham's got no grip. He's got no grip in the hairpin. I saw him, no grip whatsoever. He got to the middle of the corner and he just didn't slow down and went sideways. And there he goes. IR Graham, he can't keep hold of it. He's just got to try and make his Audi as wide as possible. But without the tyres in the corner, it should be straightforward for Binko. Coming up to the last lap. Is it going to be done on the last lap? IR Graham trying to break that toe again. And it's working for now. Binko still not managing to get close enough to the Audi driver to make a difference. Skyjack has gone in for a very late stop. He's gone for mediums. His tyres were pretty worn. Simex in 5th. Jim stayed back from Skyjacker. But this is the battle. IR Graham and Binko. And my word, there's nothing in it between the two of them. It's crazy racing here. IR Graham in the Audi, holding on to 2nd place. We didn't even see how he did that. He did it in the strategies. He was down in 6th and 7th, then he was up into 5th. And then the next thing we knew, he's on the podium. Fantastic driving from IR Graham. Now we are starting the final lap of this race. I am pretty sure, and Binko is just on his bumper. It is crazy stuff here in the relentless Porsche on the Zingray Audi. And you can see that Audi's moving around in the corners where it's got no grip. We've got to hope Binko's cat stays away for at least 50 odd seconds. This is the corner we saw that Graham had no grip in. He's managed to get through it better this time. And Binko, is he going to get that second place? This is crazy stuff. The cars are screeching through the corners. Graham's no grip whatsoever. Barely got any fuel either. There's Racer Brown crossing the line. He's going to have to do another lap. But we believe these two, this is their final lap. Niall Graham doing all he can to stay ahead of Binko. Matt Psycho down in 4th, but it's all points. And Simex in 5th, but here we go. This is the big finale. We know that, oh no, have they got across the line? Someone else has. Has that timer run out yet? No. That's right, they're not going to get to the line in time. And Niall Graham still maintaining that second place from Binko. Oh my word, what a cracking race these two had. It's not over yet, I know, but virtually, as they come up towards the line, Rivixter's crossed the line in 8th place. And here comes Niall Graham. Great stuff to finish in 2nd place. Ahead of Binko. Take a boo, my son. Matt Psycho bringing her home for 4th. No shame in that. He had a great race, put on a good battle, and I think one small mistake is what cost him a podium today. And there you go, 4th spot for Matt Psycho. Racer Brown, he's quite a way away, so we can try and get Simex coming around the final corner to finish in a cracking 5th place. Brilliant stuff from Simex. There you go, boom, 5th. Skyjacker bringing his home. I've got to make sure I catch the leader. Yeah, the leader's going to cross the line before Skyjacker. So, Racer Brown. My word, we are not worthy. What a great win. Brilliant stuff from Racer Brown. Skyjacker bringing her around the final couple of corners to grab himself a 6th spot in the end. 12.5 seconds ahead of 7th place. There he goes, 6th for Skyjacker. Awesome. And Jim bringing the Audi home in 7th ahead of Rivixter. Fantastic. There he goes. And he crosses the line. Boom. And Racer Brown's your man. There are your results. Oh God, someone's... Well driven, thank you, Thingy, for commentary. That's all right, Adam Hawley. It was my pleasure. There you go. Congratulations, Racer Brown. Who's going to stop him this season? He got the fastest lap as well. So he got the full points and the fastest lap. I will take you to the race results with Racer Brown taking the win. Niall Graham strategied himself into 2nd spot. Binko and Matt Psycho absolutely making it brilliant entertainment. Finishing in 3rd for Binko, take a boo my son, and 4th for Matt Psycho. I'll move that arrow, it must irritate you. Simex in 5th place with Skyjacker, finishing in 6th, Jim in 7th, and Rivixter in 8th. And then we lost a couple of people. Rido, Pop Motorsport, who else? Someone else left. Jokas. Yes, Jokas. So, if any of you are ever interested in coming in and joining in... Oh, Mama Syke saying cracking race. Thanks, Thingy. Hey, it's my pleasure. It's them that did all the hard work. I didn't do anything. But, thank you. Yes, join us again next Sunday for round 2. I'll tell you where it's going to be, so you can be ready. Saint Croix C. So, we're going to be in France next week for Saint Croix C. Join us then. If you want to get involved, go to our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, and there should be a pop-up coming up that says about joining our community, and that will take you through to our Discord where all our sign-ups are. And we've got the Clio Cup starting next Saturday. I think there's still spaces in that if you fancy it. And also, I think they're redoing the Group 4 World Series for a Friday night. Keep an eye out for that. We've got something called Speedfest coming up soon. The WRX Challenge will be taking sign-up soon. Porsche Sprint Trophy might be full. Yeah, I think this Porsche Sprint Trophy is all full. And it looks like there might be some spots in HPEC. So if you want to come and join up, then you are more than welcome. I don't think I've got anything more to say. Keep an eye out all week. I am so behind on my races. I've got a lot to do. So if you keep an eye out during the week, I think there'll be something on most of the week. I think we've got to start with the GTMC Lobby 2 round 10. That'll probably be Monday evening. And then I don't know what's going on, because but yeah, I'll be getting through replays for most of the week. Right then, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and ring the bell, whatever that means. And come back Monday evening for a bit of GTMC Lobby 2 stuff. I was your broadcaster and commentator, Stacey Rect. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you soon. Congratulations, Racer Brown, IR Graham and Binko, and Matt Psycho, and Cymex, and Skyjacker, and Jim, and Rivixter, and Rido, Pop, Motosport, and Jokers. Alright then, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye. And the voice lasted, didn't it, as well? Unbelievable. Thank you, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.